Welcome to the weekly update of Israel and Christians today. It is Friday the 18th of July. Israel is protecting the Druze in Syria, but failing to protect Christians in Gaza and the West Bank. The Syrian army entered the Syrian city of Sweida earlier this week amid sectarian fighting between Druze and Bedouins, which reportedly began after Bedouin gunmen assaulted a Druze vegetable vendor on Sunday. This area has been the subject of much unrest and also clashes between the Syrian army and Druze. Witnesses reported that the government forces joined with the Bedouin in attacking Druze fighters and civilians in a bloody rampage through the city, which was said to have left more than 300 dead. Israel's own Druze community demanded that Israel act to protect their fellow Druze across the border as videos emerged from Sweida showing regime forces shaving Druze clerics' moustaches as well as stepping on Druze flags and pictures of religious clerics. According to reports, other videos showed Druze fighters beating captured government forces and posing by their bodies. Israel attacked military facilities and operatives of the Syrian regime on Wednesday, demanding that regime troops withdraw from Sweida. Israel also attacked the Syrian Defense Ministry in Damascus. Syrian government forces withdrew from the area of Sweida on Wednesday night, saying that they had reached a ceasefire with local Druze forces. Syrian security forces are preparing to redeploy in the city to quell fighting. Israel has said it will give the Syrian forces 48 hours to operate in the city. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said Thursday that Israel will continue to use military means to enforce its two, quote, red lines in Syria: the demilitarization of the area south of Damascus near Israel's border and the protection of the country's Druze minority there. Netanyahu said the Damascus regime, led by President Ahmed al-Sharaa, violated both those red lines in recent days. Now, an apparent Israeli strike has hit Gaza's sole Catholic church in Gaza, killing 3 people and injuring several on Thursday. This was reported by the Latin Patriarch of Jerusalem. It has drawn international condemnation and outrage. This terribly tragic incident is absolutely unfortunate. Out of the Gaza Strip population of more than 2 million, only about 1,000 are Christians. Most of them are Orthodox, but according to the Latin Patriarch, there are about 135 Catholics in the territory. Israel's foreign ministry has expressed its deep sorrow over the incident. Israel never targets churches or religious sites, he said, and Israel regrets any harm to a religious site or to uninvolved civilians. The IDF, according to the Foreign Ministry, is examining this incident, the circumstances of which are unclear, and the results of the investigation will be published transparently. Now, all of this requires a great deal of prayer. Let us pray at this time ever more urgently for an end to the conflict in Syria and the war in Gaza. It seems intractable. We don't understand humanly how this is going to end. Let us pray that Israel's leaders may decide with wisdom how to go forward in all of this area, both in Syria and in Gaza, and of course also Lebanon and Iran. We must pray that those who plan the elimination of the Jewish people and execute their plans, that they will be defeated. Above all, pray that all will look to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and to the Prince of Peace, and trust in him alone. At the end of the day, it is only by trusting in God that Israel will be fully protected and saved from her enemies. So let us pray for a spiritual revival in Israel, amongst the Palestinians, and in the whole region. Thank you so much for listening. That's the end of this weekly update. We wish you a blessed weekend, the weekly update of Israel and Christians today will be on vacation for the next few weeks. So the next episode will be in mid-August. Look forward to seeing and hearing you again then. Thank you so much.